The year was 1992. Harlem pulsed with the raw energy of hip-hop, and four young men, caught between dreams and the streets, gave us one of the most unforgettable stories in urban cinema. Juice. But this wasn't just a crime film. It was a voice, a mirror, a movement. Over 3 decades later, we ask the question, where are they now? Some became stars. Some faced battles life threw at them. Join us as we rewind time and fast forward to 2025. This is Juice Then and Now. Let's take it back to where it all began.
Omar Epps made a powerful debut in the film industry with the 1992 movie Juice, where he played the role of Q. Q was a young man with dreams of becoming a DJ but ended up being dragged into the criminal world under the influence of his friends. Epps's performance was so genuine that audiences feared, rejoiced, and dreamed right along with him. He was only 18 at the time, and this role opened a massive door in his career. He's no longer just an actor. He's now a producer, author, and visionary. His work with Netflix throughout the 2020s has influenced a new generation. He also made waves in the literary world with his young adult series Nubia. The Awakening. Epps has become a major figure not only in front of the camera but also behind it. Now in his early 50s, Omar Epps is still dynamic and creative. In interviews, he still refers to Juice as the turning point of his career and often gets emotional recalling his memories with Tupac on set. Once a part of hip-hop culture in his youth, he never lost that spirit. Even in 2025, he carries that same passion from day one. In Juice, 1992, Tupac Shakur didn't just play Bishop, he embodied him. Bishop's dark inner struggles, teetering between friendship and betrayal, were brought to life with chilling realism by Tupac. This was his first major acting role, but his performance signaled the birth of a legend. But Tupac was much more than an actor. He was one of the greatest icons of rap music. With songs like Brenda's Got a Baby, Keep Your Head Up, Dear Mama, and of course Changes, he gave voice to the streets, the pain, rebellion, and hope of the 90s. His music uplifted millions, even as his own life was filled with turbulence. Tragically, Tupac passed away in 1996 at the age of 25. But the years haven't forgotten him. Not even close. As of 2025, Tupac still lives. Through his music, his films, and his cultural legacy. Documentaries continue to be made about him. New generations grow up listening to his music. He's returned to the stage via hologram performances, and AI-powered album projects are in the works. Scholars analyze his lyrics, and artists draw endless inspiration from him. In short, Tupac Shakur is no longer just a name. He's a symbol, a voice for justice, freedom, and defiance against the system. In 2025, it still feels like he's right here with us. One of the key elements that made Juice so impactful was its powerful director, Ernest Dickerson. Starting his film career as Spike Lee's cinematographer, Dickerson made a name for himself through films like Do the Right Thing and Malcolm X. When he stepped into the director's chair for Juice, a classic was born. With Juice, he didn't just tell a crime story. He masterfully portrayed youth disillusionment, the raw reality of urban life, and the fragile line between friendship and betrayal. He became known for not just showing street culture, but reflecting it with emotional depth. So where is Ernest Dickerson in 2025? He's still one of the rare veterans actively creating. In recent years, he's directed episodes of major TV shows like The Walking Dead, Dexter, and The Wire. In cinema, he remains a vital voice for authentic African-American narratives. Beyond directing, he teaches at universities, inspiring the next generation of filmmakers. He serves on festival juries and continues to develop new projects. Juice was his first feature film, and even today, it's often cited as a masterclass in how to make your debut unforgettable. Ernest Dickerson is still very much at the heart of cinema in 2025. Jermaine "Huggy" Hopkins played Steele, the fun-loving, gentle soul of the crew in Juice. His easygoing vibe and loyalty made him a fan favorite, adding heart and humor to an otherwise intense story. Before Juice, Hopkins had already made a name for himself with a standout role in Lean on Me, 1989, starring alongside Morgan Freeman. But it was Juice that solidified his place in urban cinema history. So what happened after the spotlight? In the years following Juice, Jermaine appeared in several TV shows and films, but his on-screen presence gradually faded. Unfortunately, he also faced legal troubles in the 2010s, which affected his career. As of 2025, Jermaine Hopkins occasionally appears in interviews, podcasts, and nostalgia-driven projects. He's known to reflect openly on his journey, both the highs and the lows. While he may not be in the limelight, his legacy as Steel lives on in the hearts of Juice fans everywhere. Khalil Kain portrayed Raheem, the natural leader of the crew, cool-headed, responsible, and respected. Raheem was the glue that held the group together, until things took a dark turn. Following Juice, Khalil enjoyed a steady career in television and film. He became especially well known for his role as Darnell in the hit series Girlfriends, where he showcased his range and depth as an actor. In 2025, Khalil Kain remains active in the arts. He's taken on roles behind the camera as a director, and he's also made a name for himself in the world of spoken word poetry and live performance. A true multi-hyphenate, Kain continues to use his voice and talent to uplift and inspire. Whether on screen or on stage, Khalil carries Raheem's spirit with dignity. Mature, grounded, and deeply impactful. When you look back at the cast of Juice, there's one name that might make you go, "Wait, he was in that movie?" And that's Samuel L. Jackson. Yes, the man who would become one of the most recognized actors in the world played Trip, the guy working at the neighborhood convenience store. It was a small role, but a memorable one. Because even in short scenes, Samuel L. Jackson knew how to leave a lasting impression. At the time, he was just starting to make a name for himself in the film world. But just 2 years later, he became a legend with his iconic role as Jules Winfield in Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. From there, his career took off like a rocket. Marvel, Star Wars, Spike Lee films, Guy Ritchie projects, you name it, he's been in it. As of 2025, Samuel L. Jackson is nothing short of a living Hollywood legend. Now approaching his late 70s, he still has the energy to outshine younger actors. Whether it's a dramatic role or an action-packed performance, he pulls you into every scene he's in. He's also made a huge mark in voice acting, lending his unmistakable voice to projects like The Incredibles, Afro Samurai, and a number of powerful documentaries. His versatility is part of what makes him not just an actor, but a full-on cultural icon. Juice may have been just a brief moment in his career, but even that moment hinted at the greatness to come. Looking back in 2025, the character of Trip reminds us of one thing. Sometimes legends are born in the smallest of roles. Juice wasn't just a film. It was a snapshot of a generation. A raw, powerful, and unforgettable portrayal of youth, choices, and consequences. But beyond the story, it was also the starting point for many careers, dreams, and legacies. From rising stars to living legends, the cast of Juice has journeyed through decades of change, challenge, and triumph. Some became global icons. Others took quieter paths, building art and community far from the spotlight. But each one left a mark, on screen and beyond. As we look back from 2025, one thing becomes clear. Juice wasn't just about the streets. It was about talent, potential, and the spark that turns into a flame. Thank you for watching this tribute. If you enjoyed the journey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories from cinema history.